Hey guys, what's up? In this video I want to talk about an experience I had last night as I was trying to sweep. I couldn't sweep. I felt like Sunday during worship something broke in me, and um, it was I did things in worship that I haven't previously done, and was really, how do I say this? There was a lot of feeling what the weight of the words of what we were singing, and it was like I was crying out to God, like that I was really singing praying the worship as I was singing it, and it was just really, really intense. And I felt like that was a breakthrough for me in some ways. And then Sunday night, I had trouble falling asleep, but as I was trying to fall asleep, I couldn't help but have this. It was almost like a vision or something like that, and I almost want to say it was like of heaven or something like that. So I was thinking about the state of the world and worst case scenario, what happens, and I realized there might be a time where I become homeless in some way, meaning I can't rely on anyone, and that I have to basically run for my life, and it was scary, and all along the time I felt like I was fighting against the bad of the world, the evil in the world, and I was just fighting to survive, really. And then this is all what I'm imagining, or visions, or something like that. And then I had this epiphany, sort of like, it won't be like this forever. And I started to think about knowing that God has what's best for me in mind for me. And so even though I found myself on this trajectory of like pain, really, and not like, I traveled somewhere else, like to a different state, I think, where it was warm, and because I live in Minnesota and it gets cold here, so being homeless when it's cold is not really fun in Minnesota. And I went someplace else and I lived there for a while, and then at one point I felt like angels came to me and they ministered to me and they said, hey, it's okay, we're here for you now. And they were like ushering me into the eternal kingdom. And how I imagined it was, there was like these different layers of heaven, really. And there were some people that I knew that were on the bottom rung that you would think, no, they should be higher than that. But then when it came to me, and I'm not trying to brag here, but there was this yellow glow sort of thing. And I was scared to enter it because I thought it meant that I would cease to exist, and that really, really scared me. So I didn't want to stop existing, even though the existence that I was living at the time was not fun. It's like I wanted to still exist. And the angels reassured me, no, this is a good thing, and this will be good for you. And so as I contemplated, and I'm still wrestling with this somewhat internally too, like, would I ceasing to exist, almost like disappearing into God's presence, sort of thing, is how it felt like, sort of like that's what was going to happen to me, is I was going to dissipate into God's presence, and I was no longer going to be a personal entity, and that scared me. And then I decided to look beyond that, and I saw, it's like it was like there was a certain way it was framed, like, yes, you may cease to exist, but it will be the most blissful experience that you could possibly imagine. And so I had to wrestle with that and be like, well, do I want to stop existing, or do I want to have the best experience that you could possibly have ever in existence? And in the vision, I decided to go with it, and then it shot me almost like through another plane of existence where there were other people, and it was almost like you had the new heavens and the new earth on earth, and then there was a like a level beyond that where, like, greater people than you were there. Like they were, like St. Peter or something like that, and you saw the earth and Jesus reigning over the earth, and then there was a higher realm that God was reigning in, and Jesus was reigning from both places. But the one above was superior, and it was like there was even one person that I remember seeing that was like I sort of know this person, and they're like so low on the totem pole, and I thought, why is that person so low? They've done so much. And from what I understand, this person was just happy that they made it into heaven. So they weren't begrudging God at all at what God had given them in the rewards, but they were not very high on the totem pole. And then you saw other people, that lived a much more righteous life or something like that. I don't even know how to quantify what the criteria was. But then I realized that there was nothing to be afraid of in this esoteric sort of transference of body and soul into another place. It was like, it was scary at first. I didn't want to go there because I didn't want to cease existing. But then I learned later that this doesn't mean that you stop existing. It just means you're going to a better place where you exist for eternity with God. So yeah, anyways, that's one thing I experienced, I think, on Sunday night. So just thought I'd tell you all that. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.